Well, I would like to begin this toast with two words that I think, I'm going to say what everybody's thinking. Thank God. I'd like to thank a few other people. Thanks to all of you for coming and celebrating with us. Thanks to Brooks for performing the ceremony. It was beautiful. And as we celebrate what is the happiest day in Eric and Lori's life, I gotta tell all you people, it's one of the happiest of mine. As as most of you know, Eric and I are identical twins. And what that means is we're as close as two people can be without still being physically connected. And when you're a twin, you have to learn to share. And I gotta tell you, Eric and I, we weren't always that great at it. As evidenced by the numerous times that Mom had to physically count out the Fruit Loops at breakfast every morning. Or eyeball, the mashed potato piles to make sure they were exactly even. But we learned to share a lot of things, not just material things like our toys, but things like, feelings and emotions and life events and experiences and afflictions and rashes and mental disorders. Anybody who knows Eric and I know how we have the exact same brain and think the exact same way. Nobody knows what it's like, but you have a therapist for life. And we often end our conversations with, thanks for sharing. I lied about that last week. So sharing, we've learned to share. But there's one thing that I've never been able to share with him, and that's my wife. Easy, stay with me. I mean, having a wife, being married, the joy that I've felt being a happily married man. And I look at Eric and I know that finally he feels that. It's with great joy and a huge relief that he has found what I've wanted for him for a very long time. And he found Lori. When Eric first introduced Lori to us, I had my suspicions that he had feelings for her. But when word spread through the Salem grapevine, Eric's got a girlfriend. At that point, I knew it was serious, and I had to get to know Lori. And here's what I know. Lori is obviously very beautiful. She's very smart, and she has a great sense of humor. We learned early on that Lori is a huge Howard Stern fan, like Liz and I. And, correct me if I'm wrong, we stay up all night shooting back drops from the show, which is sound bites, most of which I cannot repeat here. And Lori's a Grateful Dead fan. Perfect.
Amen.
I imagine we might hear a little Bob Weir later. But also, Lori is someone who gets Eric. Lori, 143. For those who are not Howard Stern fans or not into texting, that's short for I love you. I am so glad that Eric chose you and you chose him. I'm glad that the four of us can hang out together, and I want to plan trips and do fun things together. And I also want to welcome you to my family.
Thank you.
So, everybody, let's raise a glass in celebration of the happiest day of Eric and Lori's life and one of the happiest of mine. Cheers.
Cheers.